Welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks readings. Right now, I'm going to do a super cleanse and a removal of negative energy and parasitic energy, and inviting in the higher self versions of those watching, the angels, spirit guides, and the messengers, ancient ones. About for 30 seconds. I'm going to invite each one of you that are on this to take a moment to center yourself and close your eyes. Count to 10. Breathe in 1. Let out. Imagine all the negative energy fading away. Take about 30 seconds to center yourself for the reading. 111 on the clock. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Set intention. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So currently I am shuffling my Psychic Tarot Oracle deck to get started. Hopefully that helped ground and center the energy. I normally don't do that, but it's a good thing to do before a reading. So, Spirit, what do you have for the collective today? We're going to do bottom, top, and split, and then we'll go from there. Centered energy, grounded energy, contented energy. Keep hold of hope is what I keep hearing. I just keep hold of hope. Top. Okay. Disconnect and boredom. So there's a time where we're becoming bored with what we're doing because it's being, I guess it's being mundane. We're looking for something more of rainbow color, like on the bottom. And we're kind of looking to tune into higher dimensions. We're bored with 3D and we want to transform. Yes. The energy of transformation is in the air, especially for the collective. Transformation, transforming from your former life, transforming from that transforming from that disconnect and boredom, kind of going like, ugh. We want to transform, right? We don't want to be stuck in that disconnect and boredom. And then we go into our heart chakra. And what I noticed, which is kind of funny, is that disconnect and boredom is 4, and so is heart chakra. So replace it. Replace that disconnect and boredom with your heart chakra. Let your heart chakra rule over everything. And I see a theme here. It's green. Green for the heart chakra. Green, your heart chakra is transforming. You're transforming your disconnect and boredom into love, is what I'm getting there. That's a message there. All right, what else would you like the collective to know? Okay. Sacrifice. You've gone through the muddy waters and you've sacrificed a lot, and that sacrifice has led you to a lot of compromisation and a lot of heartache, but we're stepping out of the transformation waters into that rainbow right there, that rainbow energy, just like in the other card that I had just pulled, he was standing in disconnect and boredom, but he could choose to stand in that rainbow part. And with our transformation comes sacrifice, and sacrificing our old ways for the new path. Ase 333. Spirit, what else would you like the collective to know? Okay. Temptation. So how are we going to combat this temptation? What's that? Heartache and loss and temptation. So that sacrifice, yes. See, that sacrifice came with heartache and loss. And then there's a temptation after the heartache and loss to lose your hope and to lose grasping on to that hope that is so ever present. And that sacrifice doesn't have to lead to heartache and loss or temptation. You can transmute it with your heart chakra. You can transmute that with your heart chakra, and in place of heartache and loss and temptation can be something beautiful, is what I'm hearing as well. You don't have to sacrifice anymore because you've already set, you are the sacrifice of your lineage. Ooh, this jumped out. So, yeah, there's deception and envy around in the collective energy, which I have come to the conclusion that I am in my own energy, and that's fine. Deception and envy it's fine, because the sacral chakra is where you're going to take care of the deception and envy and speak affirmations of I am, so that deception and envy can just fall at your feet, basically just disintegrate as you speak these affirmations of and in balance. See, the deception and envy, you can balance out that energy with your sacral chakra and basically just get rid of it when it comes up. That's what I'm getting, because the collective, I'll just talk about this for a second. The collective of Lightworkers, Starseeds, Shadowwalkers, all of them, I don't really like labels anymore because it takes away from the multidimensional soul, but the collective has a lot of problems with deception and envy, with naysayers, with people who are evil, who want to siphon energy, things like that. And it's the parasitic energy that I got rid of in the beginning of the reading that tries to stop us from doing our mission. This is not so. This will not do. God is not happy with this. God isn't going to let that happen. Our higher selves won't let it happen. Our angels and our ancestors, they won't let it happen. You won't let it happen. So I just wanted to say that, because really, right now the collective is going through something significant called spiritual awakening. And it's, for some, it's a second awakening. For some, it's the third awakening. So it's like, it's really intense. The collective energy, it seems like everyone is, yeah, and it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing because it's leading to material and spiritual prosperity. So, not just money, but abundance in mindset, and finding out that you can create your reality with simply thinking about an outcome. Okay? See this person, he's standing here, and I feel like he's powering those fountains with his mind. That's what I thought of. And he has spiritual prosperity. He has material prosperity as well. But it's not just all about wealth and money. It's also about the spiritual aspect. So that's why it's both. It's balance. Like I said, it's a balance. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for the answers. So, down the path that you're going, you need to choose wisely, because there is, in the path of light workers, like I said, disruption. Choose wisely, because there could be disruption on the other side, and that disruption could lead to emotional loss. This is a warning for someone specific. I don't know who it's for, but it's coming to me as a warning because it said 911 on the clock, on the time that I am at right now on my video. It's like it's a call for a warning. Just be careful. I've been getting this message continually through when I started becoming, like a reader and stuff like that. It's just like if the people who try to mess with your thoughts and try to get you to think a certain way about things that aren't true, and then it's this loop, a mental loop, and it's not good. You are not feeding the right voices. Please start feeding the right voices. Start feeding the correct voices in your head. The true voices. The correct truth that's coming from source. You can control your life. You have options to control your life and shift your life and return back and delete that doesn't serve you. See, I had a feeling I would pull this card. Mental conflict comes from the base chakra being unbalanced. The way you can stop the mental conflict is to get your base chakra in order, get your root chakra in order, and also to replace that mental conflict, you work on your base chakra, and then your intuition comes out. Your intuition replaces the mental conflict. Okay? So all this disruption and all of this mental conflict can come to an end by you. Your mental conflict can be replaced by your thought alone. Your intuition. See, she's holding that, and that's the universe is her, and she is the universe. So, Spirit, what's the point? What's the main points of this reading that you want me to point out? How many cards? Okay. Okay, I got these. Okay. Okay, same message, different cards, basically. So, conflict, you're going to be suffering in silence. I'm not saying you're going to be, but you've been suffering in silence and there's been conflict and defeat. But you used your solar plexus chakra, just like I said, with those I am affirmation statements and those confidence buildings, because The only reason that you're in suffering and silence and you're in conflict and defeat is because you're not balancing your solar plexus and telling yourself these thoughts. My words create my words. My thoughts create my reality, and my reality is however I want it to be, negative or positive. You need to shift the woe is me with your solar plexus. And then once you do that with your solar plexus, you're gifted with love and spiritual strength. Okay? So, once you shift your perception, once you change your thoughts, once you change your life with your thoughts and with your mouth, with your words, with your declarations, your life is going to shift in positive ways. Your life is going to shift and you're going to be content with what you have. You're going to feel a lot lighter. The decisions you make will be purely from truth. And you will be rewarded for transforming with your solar plexus. And all that temptation, all that conflict, all that mental stuff that's coming up in the reading, the negative things, perceived negative, is all for the growth of the individual. Temptation grows you, mental conflict grows you, suffering and silence grows you. It might not be fun, but growth is the main goal for the light worker. And evolution and awareness leads to destiny is the two cards that I just pulled out. Awareness is coming out in the collective reading, as well as awareness leads to destiny is what I heard. Awareness is the biggest thing. Awareness is what I've been learning, because now that I'm doing this reading, it's different than the other readings. I used to say that I would go through the reading and not remember afterwards what I did. And sometimes that's connection to spirit, but sometimes that's a lack of awareness. I'm aware of what I'm saying, and I've been aware of what I'm saying. And sometimes it can be like a lack of awareness and not really like in tune if you're forgetting the whole reading. That could be like memory loss problems or something, but I do believe that being really, really, really connected, you'll remember everything you just did. Okay, so I'm going to go with the last card. I'm going to pull one card to make the point of the reading, because different cards are confusing. What is the main point of the reading, the one card that you want the collective to go away with? Triumphant success. Wow. Okay, so for you, there is coming triumphant success. Whoever's watching this reading, whoever sees this, and in general for the collective, a timeless reading, triumphant success is what's coming for you if you use your words and your thoughts to bend your reality. You can use your thoughts and your words to bend reality basically to your will and to make your life a better place. That's the reading.